you're watching this video, chances are you are in a toxic relationship. But the good news is that not only is it up to you, but you can completely change that. If you're interested in learning how to deal with the harshest voice currently in your life, this video is for you.
Welcome back to Victory with Sheldon and Leah. Again, we are so glad that you're here with us today. Be sure to like this video if you find value in it. Subscribe to our channel so that you can continue to grow with us and grow yourself. So today we're going to be talking about the 4 levels of self-talk. Because this is such a big topic, we're going to be splitting this into 2 different videos. So today we're going to be talking about the first 2, that is negative acceptance and recognizing the need to change. Now these 2 are basically the negative things that we say to ourselves. So be sure to watch this video so you can recognize the things that you are saying that are bringing you down. And then in our next video, we're going to be talking about the positive things that we can start saying to ourselves so that we can start changing that around.
So a bit of what we're talking about today is going to be based on Shad Helmstetter's book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. Excellent book. 10 out of 10 would recommend to anybody who's looking to make some changes. Maybe you're starting an entrepreneurial journey like my wife and I have, or maybe you're just kind of tired of things being the way that they always have been, and you want to see a new you and kind of a new environment for yourself. Excellent book, because it begins and ends upstairs, and so that book's going to help you figure out the upstairs working. And sort of the premise of the book, it compares people's minds to a computer program, almost like an operating software. We have a 9-month-old. He's pretty much a blank slate. He's learned some things already kind of along the way. I mean, no, you don't want to do that, or, you know, what he can grab at, what he can't grab at, kind of a thing. But he's pretty much a blank slate, right? And all his life experiences, the decisions that he's going to make, all that's going to be influenced. So like his self-confidence and all those kind of things, a big chunk of that is going to be up to us and how we decide to relate to him, and the sort of the environment that we put him in, that, you know, either he's going to grow or, you know, he's going to hold himself back. So that's kind of the premise, because we've all been through that. The average person, by the time I think they're like 12 years old, has heard the word no like hundreds of thousands of times. Whereas when you actually hear a yes, it kind of registers with you because you don't hear yes that often, right? And so the premise of this book is that you can change that. You can change that internally, because the voice that you hear the most definitely isn't ours, because we upload once a week. It's not your spouse. Guys out there who feel like your wife just talks, you know, she talks all, nope. You don't hear her more than you hear yourself talk to yourself. In fact, before you even speak words, you're playing them in your head, you're kind of registering it, it's going through your emotional filter and everything. And then that last step is to actually speak it, in which case you hear it all over again. So you hear yourself a lot more than anybody else, by far. And so what we're going to do is help you make those conversations with yourself and the things that you hear, we're going to help that work for you instead of against you, because the default is kind of negative. We already sort of established that. All right, so level 1, the first level is going to be negative acceptance. This is sort of, we'll just give you some examples of what it sounds like, right? Negative acceptance sounds like, I can't, I won't, if only I could, I wish I could, but I can't, I won't be able to, I don't have the energy, I'm always tired. Go ahead and go ahead and write it down. That's level 1. It's accepting the negative, and this is where a lot of people live. Yeah. This is kind of home base for a lot of people. I mean, just think about even this year, what we're 20-something days into the new year. Just think about how many times you've said, just, I can't, I won't, I'm not going to be able to, and that was just the end of the line. All those no's that you're kind of saying up here, down in here, coming out of here, and then going back in through that system. All those negative limitations, really, that you're putting on yourself just in regular conversations. That's the first level. You just kind of accept negative. It is what it is. There's nothing else to it. I can't. I don't have money. I don't have time. I don't have. Remember that video about the lies and the whys? Yeah. A whole lot of level 1. All that's going to be your lies. All that level 1 is going to be. All those are just basically lies that you're starting off with as a default. and I want to add this in here, especially as new parents, be very careful, which you already kind of touched on this, but be very careful about passing down that level 1 sort of conversation to your kids, right? Oh, you're just like your dad, or you're just like, how come when a kid's just like his dad, it's never like a good thing? Why is it always like, oh, you're just like your dad? It's never, I'm proud of you, you're just like your dad.
Right.
Right? Yeah, it's always, oh, you never, or you're just not that smart, or you're not creative. And the kid's a blank slate. He's whatever you're gonna tell him he is. We just heard this wonderful example about Thomas Edison, where his school, I don't remember, it's like some intermediate, it's like some, what do you call it, elementary school, basically, I guess is what it sounded like. But they sent a letter home to Thomas Edison's mom, and the letter basically said, hey, look, your kid's functionally, we'll clean it up for the 21st century. He's learning disabled. He's not gonna be able to move on, etc., etc.
And he's not allowed back at the school.
Little Tommy boy asks mom, hey, what's the letter say? She says, oh, the letter says that you're very smart. Basically you're a freaking genius, and the school can't keep up with you, so they're not gonna be able to. There's nothing they can really teach you, so we're gonna have to find something else for you. And I guess we kind of know the end from the beginning there. Like, we kind of know how he turned out because of that one moment in time that just completely impacted his life. So there are no idle words. Just be careful with that level 1, especially if you have kids. Begin with the end in mind, right? What kind of a person do you want that child to grow up to be? And then let that inform the way you talk to that child. Yes, you have to make corrections, right? Yes, you have to be that kind of guiding hand, but you can also be a building hand and a shaping hand toward the positive things out of life. That's just kind of a caveat, because this is going to be self-talk for what we say to ourselves. So
all right, so the next level is level 2. That's recognizing a need to change. Now, this level is still negative. This is still a level that you want to get out of. Terms that help you recognize this level is I should, one day I'll do this.
Yeah, or simple things like I need to, right, etc. You fill in the blank, right? You've said it before. I need to lose weight, right? Oh, I need to make more money. I need to watch less TV. I need to stop hitting the snooze button in the morning.
I should really do this. I should really do that.
I need to stop procrastinating. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about level 2 and why it gets a little bit trickier. Because in the beginning, it sounds, well, what's wrong with saying that? You're recognizing that there's an issue. The problem is those are incomplete sentences. When you just leave it at that. I need to lose weight. You end the sentence there, right? Subconsciously, your mind is picking up on the rest of the sentence, which is, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
That's the end of the sentence. If that's the way you speak it, that's the end of the sentence, period. I need to lose weight, but I'm not going to. But I like to eat pizza. I love pizza. That's what I talk about, because I'm talking to myself too. I love a good pie, all right? And it's, I need more money, but I don't want to work for it, right? So that's kind of, and that's why level 2 is a little bit trickier, because you're almost trying to deceive yourself into saying the right things, but you're not, because you haven't made that decision to change. It's just kind of accepting still that negative and then not finishing the sentence as if that makes it better. And still in your mind, your actions, your habits are still reflecting the way you are and those things that you want to see changed, but you haven't committed to changing at that point yet. So it's not a complete sentence to say, I need to stop hitting the snooze button in the morning.
Right.
Because, but I'm not going to, because that 8 minutes really going to make a difference for you. Be honest with yourself. So like we were saying, the phrases, it finishes in your head. So in conclusion, we've talked about levels 1 and 2 today of negative self-talk. In our next video, we'll get into the positive and kind of countering that and show you what it looks like to overcome those negative things that we say to ourselves that recycles through our heads. But if you liked the video and you found value in it, maybe it's kind of alerting you to certain self-destructive behaviors that you've had, perfect. Go ahead and like the video. Comment down below, hey, guilty as charged, or if you like the content or whatever. We're all here to grow together. And also be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification. We don't spam you with the uploads. You upload like once. Might go into twice a week at some point, but just one video a week. Also, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to us at connect@victorymarketingconsulting.com. Maybe you're interested in starting your own entrepreneurial journey. If that's the case, we'd love to talk to you. Maybe you can work directly with us, or at the very least, we can point you in the right direction.
We'll see you in inner neck